Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and this is another beer that came from the Beer 52 box, down the Danube, or by the Danube. I'm not too sure what the actual name of the box was, but it was breweries based along the Danube River. Never know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So, we're going back over to Germany, and going to one of my favourite German craft breweries, and so happy to see their beers on UK shores now. I think you can pick up a couple of their beers from the Beer 52 website, and yeah, I have cut my head off, but at least you can see the beer and the beer gut, which is always important. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to trying this one. I think I've only ever had one or two dark beers from Yankee Kraut. Great little brewery. The guys who run it, fantastic. Whenever I'm in Regensburg for the Craft Beer Festival, always go over there, have a lovely time. And yeah, they've even sent me, little care packages in the past, where I got to try their Imperial Stout with Tillman's, I think it was, which was spot on. I mean, their Eden Pale, which was also in this box, but I ended up just drinking, just to, get into the zone. Was just beautiful, lovely stuff, and I think that's definitely up on the Beer 52 shop, so highly recommended. So yeah, lovely stuff, beautiful artwork from Paul Grabowski once again. And what makes these new unique is they actually say that they're imported by Beer 52, so hopefully this will open up a nice little import network, and not just like, oh, once they're gone, they're gone. It'd be good to see if Yankee Kraut's beers came here regularly, and yeah, riding the wave of the German craft beer movement, and one of the unsung heroes, I would say. And that's not just because everyone who I've come to know linked with Yankee Kraut have been absolute fucking legends. But yeah, lovely stuff, so I'm very excited to see what this one is like. So let's take off the crown. There's the Yankee Kraut crown there for you, using my Northern Monk glass, and I can smell chocolate already. Glass is a little bit dirty, so I do apologise. There we go. Won't pour anymore because it is getting a little bit active, or just badly poured. So yeah, looking good. This is called Stout in the Name of Love, and it's clocking in at 5.6% ABV. And yeah, water, barley, wheat, oats, hops, and yeast. And of course, Yankee Kraut are out of Ingolstadt, and I'm hoping to at least spend the day with the guys. They don't know it yet, because it was all up in the air. I was supposed to be going to Germany in June, July, then now August, but I decided, because I've been spending way too much money, and the fact that I have to go in October because it's a friend's wedding, I thought, I'll just save it off, try and save as much money as I can, and maybe have a day out in Bamberg, then meet up in Ingolstadt. Hopefully that comes into fruition, because I'd love to see the little tap room that they've got now, and I'd really be interested to see what other beers they've got at the moment, and of course to invest myself once again into the world of German craft beer, and of course meet with the folks at Beretta. So yeah, I've got a wealthy playlist now of German traditional and craft beers and macro on the channel, and I've got a few Yankee Kraut beers, so highly recommended you give them a go. So anyway, but yeah, I've only just actually applied for my new passport. I still need to send the old passport tomorrow, but yeah, and I was like, I saw flights dead cheap, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna book that, but then I was like, you have to include up-to-date passport information when you're booking. So I'm like, shit, we're in the first week of August, so when it's online it takes about 2 weeks if there are no issues with the photo. Not the best photo, but I was doing it on a whim. Hopefully it's suitable, so it just doesn't delay the process and I can actually get my flights booked. And yeah, so I've been saying I've wanted to get this done since March, and now I've finally done it. 75 quid down the pot, and I want to make the most of my passport this going forward, because it said 2019. It's very windy at the moment. I was like saying 2019 is going to be the year that I do a bit of travelling, and I'm hoping to, depending on what my financial situation is like from October onwards, I'm hoping to do like maybe a weekend in Paris there, long weekend in like Naples, or even go back to Germany, finally visit Berlin. Don't think I'll be doing it on this trip, but you never know, I might extend it depending on how circumstances fall into place. But yeah, 2010 is definitely going to be a lot more travelling. Anyway, so beer in the glass then, and that is pretty much, it's like a dark mahogany, really nice, almost reddish hues bleeding in from the bottom. It's not jet black, but it is a very dark beer, especially for a lower ABV stout. Head has subsided really nicely, got a nice lining of a very pale beige on there. So let's see what we get on the nose. I was getting big chocolate before, but I'm not really getting too much chocolate now. Loads of dark fruits, a little bit of cranberry in there as well. Sticky caramel. A little bit of raisin. Hint of rum in there also. Yeah, it's got like a fermented character to it, almost. Almost like a brownie with berries. I mean, there is chocolate there, naturally coming from the malts. But yeah, I'd say it's more of a fruitier, dark fruity stout. But it's smelling really nice. I'm getting sticking with the German vibes. Black Forest Gatto. That's what it's reminded me of, like steeped fruits, decadent pastry, not pastry, sponge. Yeah, cakey. Anyway, it smells really interesting, really aromatic. And yeah, it's got some little twists and turns that you don't rarely get from a stout. I'm not too sure if there's like any specific theme on this, or if it's just more of a 5.6%, you know, sort of dry stout sort of thing. But anyway, smelling really good. Let's give it a taste. Prost. And I don't know why my voice went so high. This is very Christmassy. It's extremely Christmassy, actually. Dark fruit tones are coming out a lot more. It's not as sweet as you'd get on the nose, but there's a really nice dark chocolate, like a chocolate sponge. It's almost like a very slight fennel character coming through. Yeah, there's like little herbal notes in this one. It's not your typical stout. It's not the biggest of bodies by any stretch, but it's got a silkiness about it. Gentle carbonation. It's a bit of woodiness. I'm even potentially getting like a hint of a... it's got the maltiness you'd expect from a barley wine almost. There's a lot going on in this beer. It's very complex. There's even like a slight cola vibe about it. Yeah, that's an interesting one. It is really rich, actually. Really big, dark, stewed down fruit character, which is building ever more as you drink it. Lovely earthy bitterness on the back end. Yeah, I'd say it's an acquired taste, this one. But yeah, it does remind me of like a fruity, cakey sort of Christmas pudding almost, but not like plummy or figgy. Definitely something, flavours you'd expect when going to one of the winter markets in and around Germany and Bavaria in general. yeah, it's very winter-like, I would say. And I mean, I know we're only on the 7th of August where we're still a little bit warmer. I mean, this isn't chilled down, but it's drinking ridiculously good. A little bit of like sticky, syrupy sweetness on the back end, mixing with that woody earthiness and bitterness. Yeah, I think this is one of those beers where each sip you take, you're getting something slightly different, and it's just breaking away from the norm, which I really appreciate. But at the same time, the simple flavours you want from a, you know, a mid ABV stout are in there as well. But yeah, I mean, like I said, Christmassy, little hints of a barley wine character. Very interesting, and a little bit of a Britishness about it also. Dare I say, going into English strong ale territory with that fruity character. But of course, you know, I always compare English strong ales to Doppelbocks for that dark, dense fruitiness, and I'm getting even like Doppelbock aspects in this. Yeah, beautiful. It's a lovely little beer. I don't think I could drink more than 2 or 3 bottles of this. But that being said, I couldn't really do that with stouts anyway. To be honest, they do get a little bit rich. But yeah, something a little bit different. I could see some people not liking this one. But at the same time, I could see people getting a little bit excited about it. And plus, any excuse to get a bit of Yankee Kraut action is fine by me. They could have provided Beer 52 with like their lowest rated beer on Untapped. I wouldn't care. I was so happy to get both of the beers in my box. I mean, the best box Beer 52 have done for me personally thus far is the German beer box. I absolutely love that, so much so I actually got in touch with Beer 52 and said, listen, is there a chance that I can get another box and be guaranteed that I'll get the rest of the beers that I didn't get in my box? And got a few doubles, but I think I pretty much was able to try each of the beers that Beer 52 were putting out for that German beer box. And I'd like to think that if they do another box for Germany, waffling on, do apologise, but if they do another box for Germany, I'd love to see Yankee and Kraut get in there. And yeah, I'd love to see Beer 52 be the folks who import not only Yankee and Kraut to the UK, but also other German breweries, because I've said it each and every time. Yeah, you get the big hitters like Frau Gruber, Fullscreen, who else? Freigeist Bierkultur, especially if you're in America, doing a lot of collaborations, and has done for a while with American breweries. That Marsbräu as well, although not really craft, more of a traditional brewery, but there were just so many great German brewers out there who do the craft stuff, and especially within the confines of the Reinheitsgebot. But yeah, you guys have done a really good job with this beer, as per usual. Big fan of Yankee and Kraut, and it's because of beers like this. So yeah, in terms of a rating, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. There are a couple of things in there that lead me astray from giving it anything higher. But still, if someone rates beer 8 out of 10 and you respect their opinion, which I hope you all do, then you should definitely check it out. Even if I was to give this 2 out of 10, check it out. Doesn't matter what beer it is. And yeah, this has been a horrifically staged video. My body's in such a state that I can't fit in the camera properly. But it's all thanks to beautiful beers like this and a sheer lack of respect for myself. So thank you all for watching. If you tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions. If you tried anything else from Yankee and Kraut, I'd love to hear your thoughts, opinions. And if there are any German breweries that you'd like me to give a try, then give us a shout and I'll see what I can do. Anyway, thanks for watching. Check out Beer 52 as well. Really enjoying this box. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Links in the description.